You have your view of the world, and when you're trading, you express that view by putting money on it. And there's just too much consensus on the desk. You know, there's too many people in too many similar positions.
What you just saw was a clip from the TV show $1 Million Traders. It is a trading reality TV show from 2009 that gave 25,000 Great British pounds to 8 different traders in order to see who was going to make a profit under immense pressure. The show gives us a fantastic look into the psychology behind the traders that made money and the traders that lost money. What we're going to be doing today is uncovering 2 reasons why some traders succeed and other traders fail.
These 8 novices will operate together as a hedge fund. If they're smart enough, they should be able to make money whether share prices go up or down.
Now, beyond just looking at the common traits that people that aren't that good at trading and people that are very good at trading have, before we get into that, I also have an additional challenge for you. Look at these jobs right here. These 8 jobs make up the 8 contestants that we have on this reality show. What job and person subsequently do you think made the most money? Take a wild guess.
Look, see, it's down 2 minutes. I'm so sorry. I'm going to keep myself under wraps now. It's just the first one. I get really overexcited. Right, sorry, guys. Really sorry. I'm going to control myself now.
Mistake number 1, involving your ego. In this first clip, you can see that the contestant Cleo made money. It's quite clear from just her body language and from the way she's reacting. She's up money. Now, watch what happens in this second clip.
It's so frustrating because there's no book I can read. It's the reconfirmation that it might be something I can't do. And, you know, I don't need to feel less self-worth at the moment.
This is not a knock on Cleo for being too emotional on the wins and too emotional on the losses and taking the hit to her ego, because she was not the only contestant that felt this way as well. Watch this.
Trading has to do with being able to tolerate pain.
In my case, it's been almost continuous. It's just drip, 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 drip. More pain today, more pain yesterday, which I'm sure is affecting my morale and therefore my ability to make decent decisions the next day.
Now, speaking of Simon, he also committed another mistake that you guys will find out.
One trader who lost a lot of cash was Simon, a recently retired IT engineer.
Several of us had positions in banks based on expectation, perhaps not much more sophisticated than because banks have gone up a hell of a lot recently, it's time they went down.
Mistake number 2, following the herd. Simon and the other traders all chose to take the same position short on British banks because they unanimously felt that banks were almost guaranteed to fall in value after such a strong rise. However, when I said unanimously, I meant all but one trader.
Caroline, a single mother of 4-year-old twins, has emerged as an early front runner. Her calm trading instincts meant she kept well away from trouble.
Thankfully, I wasn't in banks. Having watched the volatility of them in this marketplace, I thought with a lot of the rest of the team in banking that I would stay away from it and stay with, you know, just keeping an eye on the portfolio that I'm building for myself, which at the moment doesn't include any financial stocks.
So how did it make you feel?
It made me feel great inside that, you know, I was, you know, I guess going in the opposite. No, because I felt terrible that everybody else was, you know, doom and gloom.
Now that we've uncovered the 2 trading mistakes that plague almost every bad trader, which is involving your ego and emotions and following the herd and the herd's internal biases, let's go over 2 successful habits that actually did lead to really good profits.
I don't think it's wise necessarily to just think, oh, terrible position, let's bail out now. I think sometimes you just have to sit tight and see whether the position recovers itself. And not necessarily just be in it for a couple of hours, be in it for, you know, it could be a couple of days.
What have you done?
So I did hedge.
What?
My hedge went in the wrong direction completely.
Yeah.
Right.
And in the space of like 20 minutes, I crystallised £100 loss.
What, so you sold your hedge?
Yeah. I know.
The point is like the longer you keep it on over time, the higher the correlation.
Cleo took an opposite position to work as a hedge, but what she did not do is keep the hedge on. She sold her hedge early, as you can see from the hedge fund manager's disappointment, and this was only in a time frame of 20 minutes. She was so short-term minded that it kind of led to her detriment.
I think I've had to develop a determined edge over a lot of years of working in some fairly tough environments where, you know, you can't just roll over and let somebody walk all over you, or you can't just dissolve into floods of tears and vow never to go back. You have to be incredibly resilient.
Caroline worded this perfectly: emotional resilience. Not only do you have to have the ability to do something unconventional, such as going against the herd or going against what most people believe is going to happen, you also have to have the ability to take a loss and to take losses and to move on without attempting to chase those losses or to have those losses eat up at your ego and absolutely destroy you, like what happened to Cleo and Simon. So if there's anything you can learn here, it's really study what Caroline does.
Crunch the numbers. Let's see how you got on.
The last 2 months have seen incredible market volatility. Even professional hedge funds have struggled, losing on average almost 5%. For Caroline, a 0.5% profit.
If I had to pick one person to come with me, it would be you.
Oh, well, thank you for that.
You know, I would consider you the best trader. I think if there was one moment for me personally over the last 10 weeks that made it worth it, was when 4 people stood up and you were sitting there and you were totally calm and collected.
Okay, so technically there were actually 2 right answers. There were 2 people that performed at the very highest and actually made a profit at the end of this experiment. The first was the student Ohioma. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the second was yours truly, Caroline. She outperformed the hedge funds by 5.5%. As you heard in the previous clips, hedge funds on average during this time period lost about 5%, where she gained 0.5%. So she's the GOAT, she's the king or the queen, and heed her advice if you want to make money. Hope you guys enjoyed that and learned something new today. I have a community of like-minded traders that use unorthodox methods to make a profit. If this sounds interesting to you, and if you want to try to trade like Caroline, I mean, I don't even think I'll be as good as, you know, her trades, but we can all do our best. Click the link in the description below. I'll see you guys in there.